What's up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Utopia. This is Sinulab, and let's get started. You might see that it's raining outside, but we are keeping dry since we, for the first time in a long time, have a roof over our heads from like day one, or maybe day two. I think it was day two. But anyway, this episode I've been preparing for some building. I've got a second house over here. Okay, doesn't look like there's any mobs out there. That I'm going to be setting up as my ore processing unit. Get some automation over here. I've got a cobblestone generator going on down there, just with the lava and water into an item transfer dealy bob. And getting to get a roof on here soon, but I'm going to get the slag mill and the alloy smeltery up here to do some auto processing of all the ores that I have, because I have got quite a few. So I want to set up like different rooms. Yeah, look at all this iron I've got. I want to set up different rooms in this area for the different things that we're going to get into. So this will be my main living quarters. So I'll move some of the stuff out of here into this building that I'm going to set up for the ore processing and storage of all the mats that we have. Speaking of Enderman that just popped up over there, I need to get some Ender Pearls. I need an Ender Pearl to get the chunk loader. I need to get that started so that actually that cobblestone generator just finished up about 10 minutes ago. I logged in because I don't have a chunk loader here yet. So once I log out, you know, things don't happen. It's like power generation, all that good stuff. But I want to get, got to be under some glass here in order to get this to look daytime. I can't click caves. I used to be able to do that and be able to see you know, light all the time, but I can't. Anyway, I'm going to set up another building for Thaumcraft, for my applied energistics. Thaumcraft is probably going to be a bigger room, right? Because I'm going to have one set up, one area for the tables and whatnot, and the other one for that infusion altar. That's going to take up some room. So then we're going to have, you know, an enchanting room with the bibliocraft stuff, and I wanted to get into maybe some blood magic and some, oh, what's the name of the other mod? Can't think of it right now. Botanica, that's what it is. Or Britannia? I think it's Botanica. Actually, I don't think it is. But anyway, but yeah, you know, maybe get some streets and roads in between these buildings and whatnot. Maybe get them connected with an overhang so we can always be out of the rain traveling between our buildings. Keep all the lines that power and unit or item transfers underneath the ground. I actually want to raise this roof up one more too. It's pretty good with 3, but it still feels a little claustrophobic. Just want to get it a little bit taller. And thinking about getting a nether portal, but I'm going to want to set that up downstairs so that it's not, we don't hear its noise all the time. And like that, I want to get a wand of equal trade made quickly, because that is just a useful tool for swapping out any type of block. So if I'm changing the ground here and whatnot, wand of equal trade will just make that a whole lot easier. And get some aura nodes mapped out around the map. I need to go exploring. If I'm not going to have a goggles of revealing yet, at least get the Phenomenomicon for scanning and be able to find and mark those. But anyway, let me get started on some laying out of that, where I'm going to put buildings and whatnot. I do need to actually go and find some cows and get some more leather to make a bookshelf to turn into the Phenomenomicon. I only have one leather here, and that's just not going to do it. So anyway, let me get started on something, and I will be back. Hey folks, so just walking around, shearing up some sheep to get some wool. I want to make a scoop and start collecting all these beehives I'm seeing everywhere. And make a golden bag of holding to start holding all these tools that I'm making. I need to make a, not a wheelbarrow, but a dolly, so I can move some items around. I'm actually thinking that second building that I finished over there, I've actually raised the roof also another level, will be maybe my main working area. Where my mine is in the first building should really just remain with the, you know, put my ore smelting, ore processing in this building and just access it over here. I'll move the bed over there. and I'll just keep everything in here. There's no reason to moving everything over there when the mine's here to begin with, so I'll just leave stuff over there. Let's gather some berries here. Oh, also, Micronaut, Jedi, and I think Old Man was also involved. He's been on and off, so he might be doing something else today. Maybe optimizing his game or whatnot, but they just killed the Ender Dragon, so they're building a Ender farm in the end, which is very good because I need an Ender Pearl, right, to make a chunk loader. Well, we're going to have no problems with Ender Pearls now, which is a very good thing. I'm going to mosey my way over to the spawn area also. The other day, Micronaut and Old Man and Jedi worked on making the spawn building, got the Mistcraft portal open for the whole world, so for mining with quarries and whatnot. And so I'm going to get a book and get that set up so we can have easy teleportation from here and to spawn. And then from there I'm going to go over to Micronaut's place, then that's where the book is to the end, and gather up some pearls. I do have the morph for Bat, and I don't think we're following the rule this season for having to kill a wither before we can fly, so I'm just going to take advantage of that because that means I can travel at night. If I did it on the ground right now, it'd be kind of dangerous. These skeletons, man, I almost died building this roof. I was doing it through the night, and you know, they found their way up there because I hadn't raised it yet. I was actually in the process of doing it, and two skeletons were shooting at me and got me down to like 2 hearts before I killed them both, and that's just brutal. Also, the sleeping in beds seems to be server-wide, not realm-wide. It used to be where, you know, if people were in the Nether or in the End, and there was only 1 or 2 people in the overworld, someone could sleep in the overworld and make a day. But not anymore, because I hopped into bed and it said, Old Man wasn't on at the time, but 1 of 3 sleeping in bed, and it's like, oh, interesting. Fortunately, they had beds in the End, so they were able to sleep, but anyway, I like that. Yeah, I made a no double chest here just to hold all the bees right now. I'm just going to gather them until I make the building for housing all the bee stuff. Still actually need to make a farm to get the seed oil, get some wheat going, so I can make the impregnated cases to get the first apiaries. Right? The alvearies are the big one. I always get those mixed up. I know I did that last season. But okay, so I got my scoop, and I think the golden bag of holding also takes some wool. No, I guess not. Oh yes, it does right here. It takes 2 wool, diamond. I think I've got the gold. Actually, it's 4 wool. Oh, I thought that was smooth stone. All right, let's see. How much gold do I have? Oh, 53 blocks. Totally fine. Cook some of that up and make a gold bag of holding. I'll make a dolly and really, you know, come on back when I can show you the spawn building when I get over there, and then show you what the end is looking like. While I'm there, I'll gather up some of the end bees that are there, and like that. So I will be back. Hey folks, so here we are back at spawn. We all remember the lava and the trash can here. Do not open your red book. Oh yeah, throw it away in this trash can. Yeah, totally. It is not good to open up that red book. We found that out episode 1, so... That's kind of noisy, but this is a pretty cool looking spawn building they made up here. Excellent. And that goes into the whole world. I just had my little waypoint on here. We can turn that off now. Got one for home too, so we can get back. But looks like people are setting up. Oh, okay, that goes to the end. That goes to the end portal. That's Micro and Jedi's place. Old Man and Xeno are together. Lord Evil J. All right, so it looks like they've got a book setup thing here. I think that's... Oh, okay, so an unlinked link book. Oh, cool. They've got a bunch already made, so I don't need to make the books. Okay, so we'll have one at my base coming to here, and let's just have it zap in here. I think it's shift right click. Yes, okay, so that one will be spawn, and I think I can name them in this. I remember correctly. Spawn. Cool. Okay. And then I'll make this at my place to, can I name it now? No, I need to make it a link first. Okay, that's cool. I can do that. Made a golden bag of holding, so let's put these in here and keep them safe. So let's go to the end. Let me tell Micronaut I'm on my way. Be right back, because he asked me to do that, so he didn't accidentally kill me because he's flying around in only 3 hearts, and I'll probably be doing the same soon. But anyway, I'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, I am back, and so yeah, that's the end portal. Jedi came over here and actually fixed these. This actually wasn't going to the right place to begin with, but it is now. So let's see, as long as I keep looking down, I should be fine. Don't want to look at an Enderman, and I do have a scoop. Yes, good, so I can gather any ender bees there. So yeah, let's go. Cool. Hey, look at that. There's a bee right there. Oh yeah, ender lily seeds. I gotta gather some of those while we're here maybe. But they are actually somewhere off making a farm somewhere. I don't need a whole lot of ender pearls. I really only need 1 right now to so that I can make that chunk loader. And cool. Ender drones. Yeah, and actually last season I was having a heck of a time finding the Oblivion bees. They're supposed to be on the underside of the this island, the Sponge Island or whatever, but we could not find them at all. I did read that you may be able to find them in the underground on the overworld in like enchanted forests areas, but I never got around to doing that. Okay, so I've got 3 drones, and good, these are all pristine, excellent, that should be enough. And I won't find any Oblivion up top here, which is fine. In fact, let's get into bat form and take a look. Ooh, careful, don't want to look at the end of it, of course. Now we're flying, so it's okay. Let's take a quick peek underneath. What Y level are we at? 74, okay. Let's see if we can find any Oblivion bees, because you only get the ender ones up on top here. And we should have, let me just show F3. I don't want to go down too low and fall out of the world. That would be unpleasant. Unpleasant at best. Okay, 25. Oh, I think I see something over here. Gosh, that's really sketchy. It's getting so low. Oh, I don't know if I want to go much lower. That just looks like an obsidian pole. It's supposed to be... Oh, here's one that's a little closer. Yeah, so these are just obsidian poles. I think... I don't know. In Season 1, Oblivion bees were just visible on the underside of the island. But I am not finding any visible. I'm finding those obsidian pillars. Okay, here's the one that was on the other side. So yeah, I don't know. Let's reload that, okay. I have a feeling that's probably a pillar also. So, I mean, we're so far away from, we're not even near being able to use anything with Oblivion bees yet anyway, so it's not really a big issue. And in fact, if we don't find any, I may need to actually see if that whole thing with finding them, yeah, see, that's just an ender. I need Oblivion. Finding them in the enchanted forest area. But anyway, let's get to our safe area here and kill some endermen for some ender pearls. And, right, because this is only too high. Very good. Yeah. Get over here. I need... Oh! That's weird. Did you Usually they zap away if you use a bow on them, but not a sword. He's just being a real pain in the butt. Why are you being such a pain in the butt? I should be hitting his feet, I guess. Oh, yeah, they stay if you hit their feet. Get closer. Get closer. Oh, thank you. Okay, I got the one pearl I need. But did I don't think I angered any other ones. Should actually grab some of these ender lily seeds also while I'm here. Alright, you kind of look like you're angry. You're shaking. Oh, well, you're angry now, so... I guess we'll take care of you, maybe? Where are you? Man, are you up there? That's no good. Alright, I'll be right back. Let me take care of him. Alrighty, folks, so took care of the Mad Enderman, so I can be out here now, and actually got one of these shards off of them. So I forgot that zombie pigmen, when killed in the nether, and of course endermen when killed here in the end, drop these shards, which eventually we'll need. Just gather up a couple more seeds, and we can make our way back, and I'll set up a book for my base for spawn. And like that, that'll be good. That'll be good. I think 6 should be good for now. I'll, be getting ender pearls in the near future from the Enderman farm once they're done getting it all set up. And, then maybe we'll visit Micronaut's base and check out the actual farm. I don't know where they are, but I imagine they're far away from this island so that they get as many Endermen spawning as they can possibly get. Alright, so go back to spawn here. Oh, that's weird. I thought the ground wasn't loading in. No, that's just the color of the ground. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's see here. Where do we want to be here? Let's just go in the center maybe. So we'll make this Sinulab. And wow, that's kind of funky off to the side. Did it cut off the B? Alright, that's one way to do it, I suppose. And I guess that's centered enough. I kind of like it a little taller. So let's just make that 1.5. We'll go up one level to here. That up to 3. And center that. There, that looks good. Alright, so I will meet you back at base. Right, because the book I have is for spawn. That's right, I need to link it at base. So anyway, I will be back. Alrighty, folks, so I think I'll set up the book link in here. Let's move my bed over to here, make this kind of the living quarters and the book into spawn, and the people that want to come to my base, they'll spawn in here. Eventually I'll have them spawn in and maybe move that outside. I'm going to get a fence around the main perimeter, actually. Eventually I'll work on that, just so it's a little bit safe out here at nighttime, so if they spawn out here, maybe right here eventually, it'll be safe for them. Maybe just have to deal with spiders, but it's better than a creeper. But for now, let's get that book out, the unlinked one, and we'll have it maybe face the doorway. It's probably nice, huh? Right about there. Very good. So we'll name that when we go back to the spawn area. And let's make a book stand for the book to spawn. Let's see, last time I made it out of a lapis block. Let's do that again just because it looks pretty cool. And I got a bunch of lapis. And make a book stand like that. Very good. And so yeah, we can get back and forth to spawn real quickly, get back and forth to everyone's base real quickly. Let's have this set up maybe right here. And that's the linking book and the spawn book. There we go. Bam. Alright. In fact, let's try it out. Oh, why isn't that working? Huh. That's interesting. Maybe... I don't know why that's not working. Oh, let me go figure out what I did wrong. I'll be back. Alrighty, folks. So I figured out, actually I learned, I had to ask Micro and Jedi what I did wrong. I created the book right by shift right clicking, naming it was fine, but I need to actually implement or select that interlinking option on that little table that I named it at. So I'm going to go back to spawn and take care of that with both of these books, and we should be good. I'll see when I get there. So I'm flying back to spawn and I see this witch pop in with 2 cats. So the cats are likely evil wither cats. That's what I must have heard in the underground underneath my base when I found the mine shaft. So yeah, we'll just leave them be, but at least the mystery is solved with the cats spawning in underground, because you know, in vanilla they only spawn in jungles, so I didn't know what was going on. Oh yes, the good old chunk errors. That's kind of dangerous to fly over. Not really dangerous, but if you're on the ground you can sometimes keep falling. But we're okay, we're flying. Alright, spawn's over there, we're almost there. I will see you soon. Alright, so here's that machine. So the link, the spawn book link, we need to intralink, I guess, because that's the only, not the relative link, intralink. Okay, so that should be good for spawn. And this is the one to Sinulab. Name it and intralink. Bam. Alright, so let's try this then. We should be able to just slap that down. And that one's the spawn one. Ah, that looks better. Aha! That works. Very good. So then we can go like that. Excellent. Now we can go back and forth to spawn. Alright, I can take off my waypoints. And let's go back home. Excellent. Alright, so it's nighttime, not a big deal. The bed's in here now. Woohoo! And let's see, what's next? We're getting pretty close to, we got a few more minutes before I got to wrap up the episode. But yeah, let me see here. Oh yes, that's what I was going to do. Ore processing. We got to get started on that because I got a lot of ores, and I'm going to be doing a lot more mining. Definitely want to keep exploring the mine shaft and find one of the division sigils, I believe they're called, so that I can work on getting some cursed earth for one thing, and to get it's just the to get the whole ritual with the division I can't even say it, sigil, so that I can make unstable ingots so I can get my builder's wand. That's another tool that is just a wonderful thing to have. Building these buildings by brick is somewhat tedious, so with the builder's wand that will make that nice and sped up. Did get around to making some tanks here to hold my XP. Needed to make 4. I had 42 levels of XP and 2 wasn't cutting it. But anyway, let me get started on making the sag mill and the alloy smeltery, and we can get to processing a lot of these ores that we got in here. Alright. Alrighty folks, we made the sag mill and the alloy smelter, and I want to get some power lines from, I'm going to build maybe 1 or 2 more survivalist generators to power this, but I actually need to use the alloy smelter to make the conductive iron. So we need to do a couple of these, kind of powering it just, shoot, I guess I should just do this directly next to it. Oh, I need to make a Yeta wrench, right, to pick these up, or can I do that with a... Yes, I can do it with that. Good. So let's put this in between for now, just so I can power them both with one that I have until I get to until I get that. Until I get the conductive wire done. In fact, let's grab some this, and we have iron in here. Or did I use it all up? Looks like I used it all up. All right, time to make more iron. It's kind of slow going with this maneuver here, but we're getting there. We're getting to automation. But yeah, we will eventually have the survivalist generators over here powering these two. Then I can have the sag mill empty in directly into the alloy smelter, and that is the alloy smelter, right? Yeah, alloy smelter, and then have that empty out into a chest. And I might actually reverse these since all the raw materials are over here. I can have the oh shoot, where should I put the power? Ultimately, I'm going to have a separate building for be my power generator, and I'll just bring the line over here. But until we get a bunch of these metals made and smelted, I'm certainly not going to do that by hand with the smeltery. This is just going to do. So this will smelt stuff down. So let's get, we should actually just move everything over. Yeah, let's just move everything over. Fortunately, the survivalist generators, they actually keep their power if you pick them up, which is just great, because that would be horrible to have to lose all that power. So let's start off with raw materials can go into, I wonder if I could just put this next to it. If it's in furnace, no, wait, this is sag mill. Well, it might pull in stuff in here I don't want it to, so let's keep it separate. We'll make a, oh, actually we can configure this to pull off of the top. Yeah, okay, so we'll put a chest up there. Let's just put the survivalist generator here for now. Alloy smelter, we'll put another chest there for it to dump into. So we'll do 2 chests for it to dump into and just 1 chest for it to come out of. That should be good. Let's just do all these, right? And get some automation going on here. So we can configure this to push out this side. Very good. And this can be configured to pull in on the top for now. Definitely, well, the power requires some of that. I bet the item's going to do the same, right? Where is the item? That's the fluid. This is the item. Pulsating, yeah, that's gonna require going through alloy smelter also. Okay, so we'll do that at the same time, get the power and power cables and the item cables once we get this hooked up. This is obviously just temporary because that's not how we're going to want to have it. Definitely going to need a lot of power to do this. In fact, let me just, because we now remember from last season, the survivalist generators will actually turn themselves off if they don't need to power anymore. So it's not going to waste charcoal. I mean coal. I haven't made charcoal. I don't know why I keep calling it that, but good. So for the items, we are going to need iron. So let's get some iron going in here, huh? Let's just start off with, let's just do 16 for now. It's probably going to take quite a bit of power. Yeah, it's draining pretty quick. But that's all right. You know, that's just going to have to be what it is. And so we'll get some pipe and some power lines going. I'll work on making another survivalist generator and have them off to the side to power. And like that, I will be back. Hey folks, well I kind of assumed that the survivalist generator would charge on both sides, but it does not. This device is the only thing gaining power right now, so it doesn't look like it charges out of both sides. It's kind of a shame. I really thought it did. Maybe it does, and if, well, let's just try that. If we remove this one, which probably just lost all of its power. Oh, it does charge over there. Okay, so it does charge out of both sides, and I probably just lost all that power. Oh, it keeps its power. How very nice. Very good. So, we've got some iron, and I forgot that we actually get some tin, maybe some ferrous as a little byproduct. Cobblestone I remembered, but it's been a while. So that's very good. But it's getting about that time. I just looked at my footage, got about 30 minutes here, so I'm going to have to wrap up the episode here. But what I'm going to do between this episode and next, excuse me, is get this set up properly. I'm going to get another survivalist generator. I'm actually going to make a battery, just work on making a leadstone energy cell for now to hold that, and then I can use that to power these two devices that'll be right next to each other. Kind of get that set up along this wall, and next episode I'll work on making that chunk loader that I was talking about. Now that we've got 7 ender pearls, I can definitely do that. Gonna need to get some more leather. I've got enough to make a bookshelf so we can turn that into a Thaumonomicon, but I need a book for the enchanting table, which is part of the chunk loader also. So like that. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.